Well, this week we're going to talk about where I live. Because I like living, I'd go as far as to call myself a liver. That's right, I'm a liver. Hello, people of the universe, and welcome to another episode of Marshall's Bazaar, starring me, Marshall Brown. This week I'm going to be talking about the apartment complex that I currently live at, and that I have lived at since June. And I'm of course referring to the Marq at Weston. Some of my friends call it the Marq, just because of how the exterior kind of looks like a castle, but I digress. I want to tell you about my honest opinions about this place. Marq at Weston did not pay me to say any of this. This is just my opinion. This is what I think about the apartment and what I think could improve about this place. Because honestly, I feel like I am living in a resort. This place is so beautiful. But with that said, let's get started with the nitty-gritty. So why am I living at Marq at Weston? Well, specifically, I went on a huge apartment hunt when I found my new job in Raleigh-Durham, and Morrisville was an area next to Cary, which was next to a couple of other places that was nearby the RTP area, which I thought I would be working at. That is, until I found out that for the next 6 months, starting in June-ish, I'd be at the Weston location of where, I was going to be working. But I will say this. Apart from the location, I have to say that I feel like I've picked the best place I could possibly live. It exudes my personality about how outgoing this place really is when it comes to accommodations and then some. And there's a specific reason why I decided to live here in comparison to other apartments. So, let's start out with the bare basics. The Marq at Weston is located in Morrisville on Weston Parkway, which is conveniently 3 minutes away from where I work. And I actually did not expect to be working in the Weston area for the first bit of everything in the training phase of my job. I thought I'd be working in the Research Triangle area, which I think I'll go into after I'm done with this 6-month chip, but before I get too deep into my career here, I want to talk about really just this place and how convenient it is when it comes to just location as a whole, because this place is not only next to where I work. Out of sheer luck, it is next to a lot of things. It's next to a therapy office, a dentist, and 4 different restaurants, all in walking distance. Literally, I live next to a Guasaca, and I would go as far as to say that I'm only around 200 steps away from the place. Yes, I have deduced the distance down to steps. And not only that, just today, I went on my little skateboard and I skated all the way to Wendy's, which isn't even a mile away from me. This shopping complex that I live next to, that isn't just the place that has Wasaka or is just steps away from me. If I go a little further, what I end up being close to is a bunch of restaurants and not one, but 2 movie theaters. Yes, I am in decent walking distance away from 2 movie theaters. You know how happy that makes a movie buff like me? I'll leave that up to interpretation. But let's talk about the actual Marq at Weston itself without going into too much detail about the surroundings of the place. The Marq at Weston has a lot of apartments, a lot of 1 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms. There's just like a lot of options for anybody's living needs. And I gotta tell you, the apartments are pretty much what they should be. The spaces are great. The accommodations do exactly what they need to, but that's really not what makes Marq at Weston stand out. It is the community and the accommodations and the amenities that they have apart from the accommodations. When they get everything settled in, they take no nonsense for an answer when it comes to your living situation. For example, I said that my carpet was a little dirty, and right away they had people come in and clean it. I don't even see that as per my charges, I think. I haven't looked at my, rent bill. I don't know if that's included or anything, but the fact that I got someone to do it without me even asking in terms of the details is just nice. They take great care of you. Any problems you have, you can just go up to the apartment managers at the leasing office, and they will take care of it. The staff here is they're just some of the nicest people. I especially like Lauren. But without picking too many favorites, I just got to say that aspect is, I think, something that should always be a staple in any apartment complex. Now, I did mention the amenities are great. And, of course, every apartment's got to have a swimming pool, maybe a little club room with a pool table. This place has that, along with a printer, so you can print stuff out without having to invest in a printer yourself. But this apartment stands out specifically. I think it's one of the only apartments I know of in this area that has a parking garage. A 6th-floor parking garage. Not even the apartment goes up like 6 floors, I think. It's just, wow. Huge parking garage. I love it. It's cool. It's a lot of cars. Beautiful. It's also where the mailroom is. And, apart from the occasional get out and go feeling that you do feel in nice communities like this, there's one other amenity that I have a full-scale view of that I have to talk about. It is the outdoor grilling patio. I think they call it something else, but it's got a bunch of grills, a little nice water feature, and a small hut with 2 TVs, so you can watch their cable TV that they provide for all the amenities, which is nice because I don't pay for cable TV personally, so if I ever want to watch Adam Ruins Everything or Wheel of Fortune, I can just go outside to that little deck if no one's using it, and boom, it's perfect, especially for rainy weather, because the little roof thing covers you up, and I don't think I've seen any other place that has that. I really think there's really nothing that can match Marq Weston's caliber, and even though it can be a little pricey here and there, it is definitely worth it. This is a wonderful community to live in, and for the past 4 months, I have personally enjoyed immensely living here, especially because of the events that they do every so often. It's nice. Oh, and Food Truck Tuesdays, also a bonus. Without talking about all the things I like, I do want to talk about just a couple of criticisms that I have of the place, just specifically because it is important to talk about these things. Now, they do offer trash concierge, and basically people will just come to your door when you put your trash out there, and they'll just take it and stuff. Personally, I prefer walking over to the trash chute and just dumping my trash there. Here's my question. Why isn't there a trash chute for the recyclables? I mean, even though I only have to walk down to the little recyclable bin area and just put all my recyclables there, I just find it a little bit weird that there isn't a secondary chute for said recyclables. It's a little bit weird, but that's okay. It's just a nitpick. Like all these criticisms, they're just small nitpicks. I just want to put this out there that I basically give this like 4 out of 4 stars. Great place to live, especially if you're like me and you're just on the up and up after graduating college and stuff. Okay, one more thing I want to talk about, and that's the mail area. It's great and all, but it always smells really weird and stinky and stuff. I think it's because it's next to like a trash can of some sort that people just throw their mail and, more importantly, their stinky trash into. I don't know what it is, but this mailroom has always got this weird smell. It's like in the garage, and it's like, located adjacent to where the cars park and stuff like that. I don't know. It's a little, again, a small gripe that I have. It's nothing. It's a little weird, but that's okay. The fact that I can walk to Aguasaka and not even have to, go all the way around. I specifically live next to a pair of stairs that lead to the outside where I'm basically looking at the surroundings and stuff like that. I gotta say, the room placement that I've gotten is very nice, and the people will take great care of you and make sure that you can get a place up to your preferences. I don't think this guy that I know of works here anymore, but some guy named Valerie helped me to be able to pick out this particular spot with this great view and this perfect location next to where the parking garage is. So Valerie, wherever you are, thank you so much for doing what you do. And thank you everybody working at the Marq Weston for really making this place great. I absolutely love it here, and I can see myself living here for a very large amount of time, if not many years. Well, with that said, that's going to do it for this week's episode of Marshall's Bazaar. Thank you so much for listening, and be sure to come back here on this SoundCloud and follow me to get new updates about new Marshall's Bazaar episodes coming soon. So, if you really like what you see and or hear on social media and on YouTube, again, feel free to share, feel free to subscribe. I'm always open to comments, so don't forget to keep the conversation going. That's the thing I was trying to say. Now, if you will excuse me, I'm going to go jump in Marq and Weston's pool before they close the pool down for the season. So I'll talk to y'all later. Marshall Brown, out!